Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good night, good day. Welcome back. Wherever you find yourself, this is Work Time with Dr. Dwain Woode, y'all. Oh, I'm just excited that I'm here. I'm glad that you are here. We've been gone over the weekend and are back, y'all. We're back. And right now, we are continuing in our series, right? That's Q4 winning moves. Q4 winning moves. We're talking about what do we need to do to be successful as we move through the final quarter of this year. That's what we're talking about, right? Behaviors to help succeed in Q4, quarter four. We are in the last throes, y'all. Last couple of weeks, last few days of the final quarter of this year. What are those strategies that we need for navigating this year-end sprint to success? That's what we're talking about on our show, and we've been on this series. This is episode number 39. Can you believe it? That's right, episode 39, as we talk about our Q4 winning moves. And we have been, over the last several shows, talking about that tool that we need, right? Problem solving. And specifically now we are getting to talking about root cause analysis, right? Root cause analysis. We discussed the difference between a symptom or a problem that you're having, right? The symptom that you see and the cause of the problem. So I gave the example where our internet went down in the office, right? So that was the symptom. And we went through the process of evaluating what was the real cause, why we had internet outage in the office. Well, we went through and we talked about the fact that there was another service provider that was putting their line in, and they nicked the line for the service provider we were using. Well, we had a backup system in the office, and so it shouldn't have mattered if they nicked the one service provider because our backup should have kicked in. Well, so we had internet service that was out. The problem was that it was nicked by the other service provider. Why didn't the backup system kick in? Because the backup system wasn't working. Why did we not know the backup system wasn't working? Because we didn't have a protocol for doing failover testing, right? So notice if we had stopped at asking the question, well, about the internet being down, hey, service is out. That's the symptom, but it was not the root cause of the ultimate root cause of the problem. And so we've been talking about root cause analysis and using some tools. Last time we talked about the 5 whys, right? Going 5 levels deep in our questioning about what was the actual cause of the problem. And tonight we are continuing that process, and we're talking about the fishbone diagram, or the Ishikawa diagram, as it's also known. And this is an interesting method of evaluating to find what the actual cause of the issue is. Remember, the use of the tools to find the root cause is a powerful entity, right? And it's essential for not just identifying, but also effectively addressing. Okay. Now, the tools that we're using, and we'll come back and we'll talk about one of the drawbacks of several of these tools. I won't give that away right now. Okay. So root cause analysis. So we're talking about the Ishikawa or the fishbone method, the fishbone diagram, and it really gets its name from the fact that it looks like a fishbone, right? When you look at the structure of the diagram that we're going to be talking about, it really looks like a fishbone, right? The fish head, and then the spine, and then the bones that come off of the spine. This was developed years ago to try to address some manufacturing issues that were going on, but it has been extrapolated into various industries and can be used while it was initially designed to be evaluated by a team. It can actually be used by individuals and in smaller situations. Okay, so once again, looks like a fishbone, And let's go ahead and let's name some of these parts, right? So the main part of it, the problem, also called the effect. That is, what are we seeing, right? And we'll do an example here in a minute. And so we have that head of the fish, if you will, and then the spine, right, which you'll see there, and the spine comes from the head, and those are the things we'll put here in a minute that are going to lead to the problem or the effect that we're seeing. And then each of the different nodes that we're talking about are called affinities, right? And we'll give some name and some structure to those in a minute. And then finally, the cause, right? So the problem or the effect is the head. The spine are the things that will lead to the affinity or the causes. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's do a diagram. Let's talk about one. So let's talk about poor customer satisfaction. Poor customer satisfaction, and so that's the head, right? That's the head that we'll do there, and then each of the various affinities that we're going to evaluate are the things that you see there down there at the bottom. We're going to talk about process inefficiencies, employee training, product quality, customer service protocols, marketing strategies, and then the external factors, right? So those are the various things that we are going to evaluate as we talk about this issue. So let's take that situation where we find that customers are not happy, right? Customers, for some reason, they're not happy. Maybe we're doing a survey and we find that, customers really aren't feeling us, okay? And the question then comes, why? Right? And so that's really the root cause. So we're sitting around as a group, and we are now basically we're brainstorming. And the first thing that we're going to talk about, this process, right? The process of these affinities are things that people may be in the room calling out and say, hey, the customers are not satisfied. Why do you think the customers aren't satisfied? Well, let's and people are calling things up. I say, wait a minute, let's break it into categories. So the first category maybe we want to talk about is, let's talk about what processes that we have. Are there any inefficient processes? Then, okay, do we have any employee training issues, right? So as we're calling out all these things, they may fall naturally into categories. If they don't, then we need to say in the group, hey, let's take this in an orderly fashion. Let's talk about processes. Let's talk about employee training. Let's talk about the product itself. Let's talk about now the customer has the product. Let's talk about customer service. Let's talk about how we marketed this thing. And then let's talk about some external factors that may or may not be affecting it. So see what just happened, right? So we're in a room, we have a problem, the customers aren't satisfied, and we're trying to figure out what's going on. And as we're doing this brainstorming, say, hey, let's now look at it a little bit more structured in a structured way. And so let's talk a little bit about process inefficiencies, right? So maybe there's some delay response times, right? You've seen that. So especially now, I think Amazon and some of the other online services are going to be having some customer dissatisfaction, right? All of the big carriers, those deliverers, because they are getting bogged down now as we get into the holidays, right? So there may be some delayed response times. Maybe the purchasing is complicated. So people are going to try to purchase something, but they're having difficulty getting it. Maybe the dialogue or page that they have, the user interface, maybe the button is not well lit or understood. So you get to the page, and I've had this happen, right? I've had this happen in some cases where I go to a page and I fill out all the things that I'm supposed to, but I can't find the button, right? Because it's somewhere. I don't know if it's hidden or whatever it is. Okay. So maybe the experience there is not one that customers are having a good time. So the process is inefficient. So let's talk a little bit about employee training. Well, maybe the team that you have has really a lack of knowledge of the product, so that as people are asking questions or people need help, maybe they don't understand the product enough to be able to assist or to give value to the customer. And so the customer experience is suffering. All right, maybe there was some inefficient training in the customer service skills. Maybe they have the knowledge, maybe they've been trained on the product, but they just don't know how to interact with people. I went to one, and I think I may have told this story before. I went to a particular store, and I was very impressed with the people that were helping me. And so I said to the manager, I said, "Man, you have a great team. Where do you find people that has this knowledge?" And she said to me, she said, "Well, we don't really hire people with the knowledge, the skill. We don't hire people who know this particular area. What we do is we hire people who are good with people." Notice what happened. Right? We hire people who have good customer service skills, and then we teach them the specifics of what we do. Often, and you have to, I have to be honest, when we're looking to hire, we're looking for somebody who has a particular skill set that would be an asset to us, right? Because that's what we went out and we're searching for a person who has a particular skill set. And we look at them and we say, okay, this person has the qualifications, they have the experience, they have the education. And so, okay, now let's hire them. And then often we try to teach them how to integrate with the people, with the team. But here someone was saying, no, we hire people who are good with people, people who like people who are good customer service persons, right? They know how to talk. They know how to socialize, right? They bring a personal touch to the environment. And then we teach them how to do the skill that we want. Okay, so maybe there was insufficient training in customer service skills for our team. Remember, we're talking about why customers are not satisfied. Well, the next one could be the product quality. Maybe there's some things going on with the product itself, right? Maybe there's a defect in the product. Maybe on the assembly line or however the product is being manufactured, something went wrong, and so there's something in the product itself. In my industry, right, we get recalls, and in fact, there was a recall of a large or big drug. I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago, because there was a defect in the manufacturing. So it wasn't the medication itself, but a defect occurred in the production, and so there was a recall on it. So maybe there's a product defect, something going on with the product itself, or maybe there's a lack of product variety or options. Maybe people were expecting to have choices, and they didn't have choices. They were locked in with just, okay, you have this, that's it. And so because of that, they may have thought, hey, this is a great product. I just wish it had such and such, or I wish it came in that color. I wish whatever their wish was. Maybe there was a lack of product variety or option. So that's the product quality. Okay? So other reasons why customers may be dissatisfied may fall into customer service protocols, right? Maybe there's no rapport among the team. Maybe there's there's not any give and take, no exchange within the team itself. And so that causes some issues in the protocols that are happening within the department. Maybe there's some procrastination, right? Something that needs to be done. Maybe we got a couple of calls and say, hey, we'll handle those later on in the day. So we're not having direct and an adequate response to the customers. And then let's talk about marketing, right? Did we mislead the customer? Did we mislead them in our advertising? And that led to some unrealistic expectations. And so now a customer has product in hand with one expectation based on the advertising, and that has not been their experience. And so that leads to dissatisfaction, right? So if people know, right, even if it's something they don't like, if they know, if they are aware, if they were told, they're more likely to accept than if they were told something else, and now the realization is something different. Okay, maybe there's some ineffective communication channels, and it's failing to reach the target audience. Maybe our message is getting out, but somehow it is reaching a group of people that it was not necessarily intended to reach. And so now those people are the ones that we are seeing purchasing the product, and they were not really the intended market. Right? And so because they weren't the intended market, the product may not be specific enough to what they're expecting. And then are there some, remember we're talking about why we have dissatisfied customers, and this is the Fishbone method or the Ishikawa diagram, right? Basically, we're looking at this structure that starts out with the cause or the effect, and the backbone or the bone of the fish. And then each of these branches are called affinities. And on the affinities, we're looking now at the causes of what may have led to the problem that we saw. Okay. All right. Now let's take a look. So now we're talking about external factors. And so changes in market trends affecting customer preference. So maybe there's some things going on within the market, and so now the customers are preferring a slightly different product, or preferring this product with additional features, or preferring this product in a different way. And so their market has changed, but we have not addressed that within the product itself. And so customers are expecting when they show up to purchase, they say, hey, surely because the industry has changed, this product, which is within that market, should have been altered, adjusted, or something to take advantage of whatever the change has been. And then maybe some economic factors that are impacting customer spending power. Right? So the customer's spending power has decreased because of some economic issue, but we have not adjusted the cost or the price, discounts or whatever to compensate. Maybe we should have made a product that was less expensive, less costly, that didn't, right? So we didn't have to do as big a markup. So now customers are able to purchase the, I don't want to say inferior product, purchase the other product at a lower price. And so dissatisfaction is there because there is this mismatch between what they are able to spend with the money they have in hand, their economic spending power, and what the product is. Okay, so that's the fishbone diagram, or the Ishikawa diagram. And this is a way of sitting, basically brainstorming and saying, hey, what are the causes? What led to where we are? So we're trying to find the root cause, right? So root cause analysis. And so this is an amazing method to be able to process and come up with ideas of what may be going on. And as you saw, right, so each of those nodes, if you will, and let's pop back up there. Each of those nodes or affinities deals with a different area within what we think the cause is for the problem, or what we think the reason is for what we saw. Okay, whatever the problem is. Now, so there are some advantages and disadvantages. Advantages of this method. Advantages, it's clear, right? A clear visualization of the causes. So you can look at the diagram and you can see what's going on. Right? That's what happened, and these are some possible reasons. Okay? So that's very beneficial to be able to kind of look at it is clear to anyone that might be looking at it. Other advantages, it encourages comprehensive analysis. So as you saw, within just a few minutes, we sat down and came up with a pretty broad list of things that were possibilities. They're pretty comprehensive. And you imagine if you have a group of people who are all invested vested in the outcome, who have expertise and who have experience, then this thing can become very, very comprehensive, right? So it facilitates team collaboration. So everybody's sitting in the room, and this is it. Yeah, come on, let's get this stuff out. Let's shout them out. Let's do what we need to do. And then it's easy to understand and it's easy to use, right? You put it down. You got these branches. Okay, what do we think the root is for that branch? And then now let's start giving different things. Now here are different ideas of what could be causing it. Here's an idea though. Within each of those branches, off of we said the affinity. Within each of those branches, we can either go farther and we can make sub branches off of the main. Right, so we have the spine, and then we have, which is going from the cause. So we have the spine, and then off of the spine we have those other causes. But we can also make smaller ancillary causes off of the main branch. Okay, so there it is. So what are some disadvantages of this? Well, it can become overly complex. Like I just said, we could start branching like crazy, right? So branch off of branch off of branch off of branch. One of the disadvantages also, which is on the other side, we can have the risk of oversimplification. So maybe it's a more complex group of reasons, and this kind of summarizes it down into something that's very simple, and it oversimplifies what is going on. There can be potential bias. And where does the bias come in? The bias comes in from the people who are in the room. Because remember, these people are the ones who are bringing their suggestions, their ideas. We're brainstorming together. And so whatever the biases are of the group will show up in the diagram. And then it doesn't provide solutions. I mentioned earlier that one of the great things, one of the drawbacks of some of the root cause analysis tools is that they're great at finding the solution, or great at finding the problem, right? What was the root cause? But they don't sometimes provide a way of solving the problem. Now, we can go a step further and add some things to each of the methods that we have talked about so far that will give us a way of getting solutions once we get the root cause. And as we get into more discussion later on, that is something that I think we will talk about here in this space, right? So how do we now that we've identified, how do we go ahead go about solving the problem? Okay, so those are the drawbacks or advantages and the disadvantages of using the Fishbone or Ishikawa method. Right? Boom, boom, boom. There it is. So in our space, we're working on how do we solve problems, right? So problem solving. So this process is identifying what we think the root cause is and just giving some tools to be able to do that as we continue this amazing series that we're doing, Q4 Winning Moves, y'all. Behaviors to help succeed in Q4 in this fourth quarter as we're making this final push for the end of the year and setting ourselves up for success into the new year. What are some strategies for navigating the year-end sprint to success? That's what we're talking about. Year-end sprint to success. All right, so let's do this. Let me hop over, and I do want to say to you, if you've not done so as yet, please get over to the YouTube channel and take advantage of all of the resources that we have there Let's see. I think we're up to 578 videos that are out there now on various topics, on about health, about success, about personal growth, about mindset, about different habits that we want to put in place to help us be successful. Take a look at all of the playlists that we have right now. We're in a series on our show that we do on Monday nights, and that series is called The War for Your Health. The War for Your Health. Because remember, the two most valuable things we have, right? Time and health. Time and health. Here in this space, we're talking about how do we be efficient? How do we make the most of our time? But we also talk on the channel about health. What do we need to do? And tonight we talked about healthy living. That'd be a good one for you to add to your playlist in terms of things that you need to look at and listen to next. Okay, so get over to our YouTube channel. If you've not done so, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and help anyone that may need your need help to get subscribed. Right, hit the bell, hit the notification bell, so that you'll be alerted when we do go live and when we have new items on the channel. And then if you've not been over to our website, so Dwain Woode MD is the website that you want to get to. And on the website, you will see the various offerings that we have. If you've not downloaded yet your free copy of 7 Keys to Success, this is an amazing book that we wrote. The steps successful leaders use to create the life they want. And we did use this book actually as one of our workbooks. Several weeks ago, we went through the book itself, using each of the chapters as one of our shows. So go ahead, you can download it for free, and then go back and find those episodes, and you can walk through those chapters as well. Our online course, Unmasking the Sweet Truth About Success, begins to set you up for success as you learn about the effect of sugar in chronic disease. You cannot talk about a chronic disease without talking about the effect of sugar on the body. Diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, strokes, coronary artery disease, even if you have some rheumatologic issues, right? So rheumatoid arthritis, any of those inflammatory processes, if you have GI issues like Crohn's and UC, all of those can be affected by sugar, not just sugar that the body produces, but sugar that we take in as well, in terms of carbohydrates and the hidden sugars in our foods. So that's a self-paced course that you can do. You can get over to the website and sign up for that, and work through it at your own pace as you make a push for getting healthy. If you would like to work more personally with me, sometimes people are not sure what to do in terms of getting unstuck from where they are. They know they have got to do something, but they're not quite sure how to do it. You can sign up for our next level coaching program on the website by just clicking on the sign up for coaching. And then 2 additional things that we have on the website, that is our Level Up Your Life blog, where we write very interested, in-depth, practical information that's related to health, personal growth, mindset change, and personal development. You want to make sure you get over there and you look at those. And then finally, our podcast. If you have not been to our YouTube channel, if you've not heard any of our shows, these are edited version of our shows. If you're traveling in the car, you just want to listen, someone who doesn't do YouTube, this would be a perfect opportunity for them to get over and for them to begin listening to those shows. Okay. All right. Well, that's it, y'all. And let's get over now. Let's do our work. As we know, we do some teaching here on the show, and then we do some work time. So let's get and do that now. We're going to do behind the scenes, some music, and then I'll be back here in a little bit.
Take a real close look now. Soon you'll realize show you how. I'm about to get down. So keep it up right now. So keep it up. So keep it up with me. I need to move. I need to feel the beat. Don't be a fool. You wanna hang with me. Life isn't easy. You gotta roll the dice. You wanna change. Join the paradise. So bring it on if you wanna hang with me. Alright.
All right, all right. I hope you are out there and you're having some fun doing some work. Right? That's what we're here for, y'all. That's what we're here for. And you are working on getting your stuff done. I'm actually working on some graphics. Let me get this guy off of the screen here for a minute while we talk. I am working on some graphics here in my space. Um, actually, I'm actually brainstorming, brainstorming some graphics, some ideas that I have that I wanted to try out. So I'm just doing that. As I think I told you guys, I do my graphics, a lot of my graphics in Canva. I shouldn't say a lot, but most of my graphics are done in Canva. It's a great software. So if you've not used it before, I would encourage you to try it. We do it. I do it here for my online space. I also do it in the office. I use it for stuff in my office as well, and even some personal things like cards and so forth. In fact, this T-shirt that I did was designed in Canva. Let me see if I can. Let's see. How about that? That one should. There we go. Okay, you can see it a little better now. All right, so this was designed in Canva. Yep. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and if whatever you're doing, if you want to drop it in the chat, I'd love to know what you're doing. And Rich, hey, Rich stopped by. I think he is on Twitch. Yeah. Hey, right, man. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello. Yeah, so we are streaming on Twitch. In fact, let me come back over here for a minute. And that's one of the things I forgot to say is you can find us on all the social media platforms. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Twitch. All right, so get out there, say hello. Let us know that you are there because we would love to connect. All right, so let's get back. We're going to do some more work behind the scenes, and then we'll come back and we're going to land this baby and go from there, okay? So here we go, a couple more songs, and then you will be on your way. We will be on our way because I got to get up early, y'all. Got some stuff to do in the morning. Okay, why is that overlay not going away? There we go. Oops. Yep. There we go. Got it away now. All right. Let's see what we got going on. All right. Okay, here we go.
already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions, we'll get away. This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's go, let's be free with me. Be free. Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free.
Hey, 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 hey. That's right, y'all. Be free, be free, be free. And it's time, y'all. Time to end and land and get out of here. So I've had a good time. Glad that we were able to talk a bit about problem solving. And specifically tonight, we talked about using the Fishbone method, the Fishbone diagram, or the Ishikawa diagram is what it's called also, for helping to find the root cause, right? So we're talking about problem solving. And in our series, y'all, we've been talking about Q4 winning moves. What are those moves that we need for success, right? Behaviors to help us succeed in this final quarter. And specifically, what are some strategies that we need to put in place that will help us in this year-end sprint to success? That's what we've been talking about. Some housekeeping. So tonight, normally we do Monday through Thursday. So we will be here tomorrow night, but we won't be here on Wednesday and Thursday of this week. And then, of course, the week after that is the week before Christmas. So we won't do a Monday night, but we'll do a Tuesday and Wednesday night. And then, y'all, that's almost it for the rest of the year, right? So Q4 is coming to a quick end, and you want to make sure that you're positioning yourself to be successful as we make this final sprint, as we make this push to be successful in this final year. So remember, new year, new you. New year, new you. So make sure that you're setting yourself up for success. Come on back here to this channel. There is so much that we have that we're looking forward to in the new year. So many new things, so exciting things that we're going to be doing. And we'll talk more about that as we get into the season. But you want to make sure that you've signed up, that you are on our mailing list on our website, Dwain Woode MD, that you have subscribed to the channel, that you are sharing with people, with your family, with your friends, with your community, that we are here, that I'm here, and the things that we're doing in this space. Because, as I say, this is Dr. Dwain Woode. That's Wood with an E. The E stands for endocrinology, y'all. And here on the channel, I educate, I empower, and I encourage you to take charge of your health, take charge of your life, avoid complications, and go to the next level. Thank you for being here. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you find yourself. I'll see you tomorrow night on our show here, and then we'll see you next week. If you're not here, we'll see you on our 7 o'clock Central show. If you're watching this on the replay, go ahead and put hashtag replay in the comments. Use this space, use this time to do work, right? When we're time blocking, that's what we're working on right now. Setting aside time so that you can be able to be successful. Because if you don't treat it like a job, if you don't treat it with respect, if you don't put the time in, then you will not be successful. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next time.